Hello everyone, welcome to the Network Security Animation series. In this particular session, we'll be studying the Playfair cipher. So the very first part of the Playfair cipher is to create the Playfair matrix. There are various ways to create this matrix. One of the simplest way is this one. As we have seen, we have to draw a 5 by 5 matrix. Okay, so we put the alphabet in this way: A, B, C, D, E, and so on. And we can see that I and J, they are placed together. In English language there are 26 alphabets, and here we have 25 box. So we need to combine to this, so we combine I and J together, then we just write on the alphabets in the particular order. Okay, there are other ways also to create this matrix. This is one of the very simplest way. We just go from A to Z, putting IJ together. So the very first part of this Playfair cipher is to create a matrix. So this is how we create the matrix. Now after drawing the matrix, let us see the rules for encryption. Okay. So suppose we have the plain text attack ATTACK. So what we do is we create a pair of alphabets like AT, then TA, then CK. Okay, we separate them out. Okay, so we have three pairs: AT, TA, and the last one is CK. So we do this for the entire plain text, and then we go for the encryption. The very first step is to divide the plain text into pairs of alphabets. Now it may also happen that we may have a plain text like this particular example. We have a plain text suffer, SUFFER. So when we divide this plain text into pairs, so we have here SUFF, then we have ER. Now as we see, in the first case we have SU, both the alphabets are different. In the second pair we have both the alphabets are same. So we cannot encrypt when we have the both alphabets same. So what we have to do is, so this is rejected, we cannot have two alphabets same. So what we do is we introduce a bogus alphabet, that is X. Okay, now we can see, now we can find a pair. And also when we are pairing them, this R is left alone, so we need to insert one more bogus alphabet X after R, so it becomes a pair. Okay, and then we separate them out. So now we have this, so SU FX FENRX. So we need to insert a bogus alphabet here. In the previous case also we had two alphabets together, but they when we created the pair, they were separated out, so there was no need to introduce any bogus alphabet. Now let us see how we encrypt using the matrix. So suppose when we are forming the pair of the plain text, let us assume we have this AC as one of the pair. So in this case, when we locate this alphabet A and C, we have the A and C in this matrix as at this place. So how to find the code for A and C, the encryption for A and C? So we have to turn towards right side. So towards the right of A we have B. So the encryption, when we encrypt, we have to replace A by B, and towards the right of C we have D. So for C we have D. So the ciphertext for this plain text is BD. So when we have two alphabets in the same row, then the encrypted or the ciphertext alphabet is towards the right of that alphabet. Let us see another rule. Suppose we have the plain text as KZ. So KZ, you can see K and Z are in the same column. Okay, when we locate them, we find them as K and Z. So the ciphertext for K is the alphabet just below K, and the ciphertext for Z is the alphabet just below Z, but because there is no alphabet below Z, so we just turn over and we have this Z. For Z we have E. So this is what we have. For K we have P, and for Z we don't have any alphabet, so we write this as E. Okay, so this is the ciphertext for the alphabets which are all in the same column. Okay, now let us see the rule when the two alphabets are not in the same row and same column. So suppose we have the plain text BU. Now this B and U, they are not in the same row and the same column, but when we just draw a simple line around them, so we see that this alphabet E is in the same row as B and the same column as U, so it is intersecting at this point E, and this alphabet R is in the same row as U and the same column as B. So we take the alphabet which is in the same row. Okay, so in this case for B we have E, the ciphertext alphabet is E, and for U the ciphertext alphabet is R. So this is what we have when the two alphabets are in different rows and columns. This is how we do the encryption. So we have done the very first case. We saw how to draw the matrix, then how to divide the plain text, and then how to encrypt when the two alphabets are in the same row and the same column. And now in this case we saw when they are in the different columns, different rows and columns. So this was regarding the rules for PlayFair cipher. So that's all for this particular session. Thanks for watching.